What's up, people? I got another video for you here today. It's another Wheel of Time process video featuring character art based on the casting that's taken place. Super excited about this show and have really been enjoying these paintings. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I will check with you later. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning into my channel again. I've been working on these portraits now for just over a month, I guess, and it's been really fun. I've been super excited about engaging with the community. There's a really engaged fan base around this TV show, which is really exciting, and it's been really fun to see kind of the show coming together. This Wednesday, yesterday, they had a Wheel of Time Wednesday announcement, and they showed some video footage of the cast doing a table read, which was so cool. I got totally excited and jazzed from it. I don't know why. It's just such a simple little thing where the cast is hanging around and, talking through their lines. But man, I loved it. It was really cool. It's just kind of fun to see the voice kind of starting to come into these characters and to see them start to bring life to the characters. I'm excited to see the actors pull everything together. Anyways, today I've got Zoe the same thing, but she seems to be the most engaged, which is really cool. So Zoe Robins, wherever you are, thank you so much for being engaged. I hope you're like sharing these with your cast members as you guys are talking and going through the production time. I know you've probably got more important things going on, but whatever. I just have this like cool image in my head or scenario where you guys are all sitting around getting ready for a shoot or something, and you're talking about over coffee or whatever, and you're like, hey, did you guys see that painting that Corey Lansdell guy did? So maybe that's actually happening. If it is, that's super cool. If not, whatever. Thank you so much for following me on Instagram and following my work and commenting on stuff and liking things. It's really encouraging and cool. It's been really fun to see the audience engaging with these pieces. This one in particular, you could see at the start of this video, I took 2 stabs at this piece. The first composition I just wasn't happy with. I wasn't happy with the pose, and I thought I wanted something a little more dynamic. It took me quite a while to find the right photo reference for this piece. I watched a whole bunch of Zoe in Power Rangers, and that was really cool. Kind of fun to see her doing that. I haven't watched Power Rangers a lot, so it was kind of fun to dive into that a little bit and see her in action. So the photo reference I used ended up pulling a clip from one of those episodes, and it's funny, you can kind of see in the photo reference here, she was holding like a tube from a truck that they were standing beside, and I thought that'd be fun to use that as her gripping her braid. And the braid really gave me challenges, which is so funny. It was something that I really struggled with painting. I spent quite a bit of time trying to understand the forms of a braid, which just makes me sound like a simpleton, I know, but it was challenging. In the end, I consulted with my wife, and she led me to some photos online, which really is a simple solution, and you'd think I would know that by now. But anyways, thank God for my wife. I was able to get it pulled together. The other thing that was fun was when I posted this one of the users commented on the ring around her neck, and one of the fans, and they said, boy, that one ring sure gets around, which is a funny reference to the Lord of the Rings, which I'm sure most of you who are watching this would be aware of. But it dawned on me after. I was like, what? And I did a little bit more research. They pointed me towards some research, so thank you for that. But yeah, it's supposed to be a signet ring of Mandragorans, and I totally blew that one. So there's going to be some stuff in these pieces where, I'm just missing components like that, which, if for you super duper hardcore fans out there, you're probably just shaking your head at me, and like, it's shameful for me to not be able to kind of recognize those things and pull it together. But anyways, it's been a fun journey sort of diving back into the text. I've been re-listening to the story as I drive, and been kind of getting into it. The last week I've gotten distracted by Critical Role, so I've been jumping back into that. I'm a number of episodes behind in campaign 2 on that. So I've been listening to that while I've been driving sometimes, but just going back into the story and the books, it's been fun to see, kind of to try to wrap my head around these characterizations that Robert Jordan wrote and then try to pull those out and put them into my text. I've also had a really interesting time trying to visualize the costuming, because there's nothing out there yet from the show. And so, I mean, I don't consider myself a costume designer at all. And so this is a lot of this is just kind of coming out of my own, I guess, internal vision for what the characters might be dressed like, and also kind of how I imagine the world, plus sort of referring to some existing artwork out there. But I do, like, I kind of imagine in my head, and I think I'm correct with this, I imagine the world being set in sort of like Renaissance, so that there's like kind of like some, you see a lot of the writing about like, the lace on the collars and stuff like that. And so I've kind of been trying to pull that in, but I've also been trying to pull in some Japanese culture into some of the dresses and stuff, specifically for the Aes Sedai. I just kind of feel like there would be, I don't know what it is about the way that they describe things, but I just imagine that. In this case, it's more like a traditional sort of like medieval garb, a thick woolen robe, and then this scarf and kind of like a bodice on her dress. But there's like a lot of questions for me about how they're going to dress the characters, because Jordan has the women in dresses like 90% of the time, it seems like. And I'm curious to see kind of what dresses they put them in, what kind of attire they put them in. Oftentimes you'll see the parts where they're riding, where the women are wearing divided skirts, or some of them I think even ride side saddle quite a bit. So that'll be kind of interesting to see how they interpret that. The other thing that was really fun about this piece that I feel like I was getting closer in terms of understanding, or like bringing a visualization to it, is the channeling of the one power. And I feel like this one was successful in regards to that, where Nynaeve has kind of gotten angry and she's starting to embrace the one power and channeling it. And it's been fun kind of trying to understand maybe what those weaves might look like and how that could all play out. But really fun for me. And I hope that you guys are still enjoying these. I'm working right now on Trolloc. There was a fun post that Rafe Judkins put on his Twitter the other day, where he showed a picture from the set, and it was basically just a photo of a sheep, a four-horned sheep. I was like, oh man, that's cool. And it got my wheels turning about creating a goat-headed Trolloc, using that as a starting point. So I found some reference images of sheep online, so I'm working on that right now, and I'll be bringing that to you guys as soon as it's done. I'm kind of getting a little more complex with the pieces. You've probably noticed, and it's just, I don't know if that's just because I'm excited about it or what, but I've gone from doing sort of simple portraits to busts to almost full body shots, and this one with the Trolloc is going to be a full body image. I might even do a background on it. I don't know. I kind of thought it might be fun to try to paint in just some of the countryside, what I imagine the two rivers would look like around there. It kind of, in my head, reminds me very much of my own neighborhood out in the country where I live. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoy this piece. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about all these pieces and everything that I'm doing. I would really appreciate it. And please share all this stuff too. And if you like what you see, please subscribe too. It really means a lot to me. Until next time, be good to each other. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to see more content, please click one of the videos on the screen. If you'd like to be notified when all my videos go up, please click the bell icon. And if you'd like to follow me on social medias, you can find me on patreon.com/Corey Lansdell. I'm at Corey Lansdell on Twitter and Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook as well. Until next time, you guys, be good to each other.